4920 should be evenly divisible by 6 because each pixel width is 120. So divided by 6 equals 820. So all right. So adjust or image resize by absolute size, maintain aspect ratio, and put the width down to 820. Oh, the height. Oh, good. Well, it says 35 pixels. Hopefully that's a clean 35 pixels. The height, I actually don't super care. The height, like I don't want the. It's important that that we use a number that's cleanly divisible laterally because we blit like from this sheet like specific regions, and if it was a little fuzzy, then like characters would like blit onto each other's sheets, like you would see like the shadow of the adjacent character, which would be awkward. But because that blits cleanly, like the vertical doesn't really matter. It could get a little smudgy or weird or whatever, and I wouldn't care. So yes, so this is what we actually wanted to do for this font, and then so for this one we wanted to go down to 25%. Yeah. All right. So image resize percentage 25 blammo. So now we can save this as this is font action big. Yes. All right. Cool. So hey Trent, how's it going? Yeah, so now a lot of stuff is gonna get weird if I just like switch over to this one. A lot of stuff is gonna get pretty weird. Oh yeah, so for one thing I should what is the new character width? 120 divided by 6 is 20. So the character width of no, let's go to our script. The character width of the new big whatever is where is it? It is so okay, so let's load in font char big, and the font char height is now different. The font char height has changed to, oh, we haven't calculated that. The width is 20. What do I have difference for width and space? I don't know what space is, but that number used to be 15, so I'm going to change it to 20. Space? Font action space. Oh, I think that means like how wide I want. I don't know what that's for. I honestly don't know what that's about. Alright, so oh, and so 120 divided by 4 is going to be 30. So when I switch this over to big, this is going to be 30. This is going to be a width of 30. So font action big. Save that. And the heights. I need to do the heights, otherwise they'll get all cut off weird. So what? Oh, I think the height. I think I saw that the height for this one was 35. I think when I was adjusting my canvas size, it said it was 35. Is that true? 35, yes. And this one is 52. All right. So this is bigger text. And so with the action text, this isn't going to fit in the frame anymore. The action frames are going to look really squonky and schmerbful. I don't know a better way to describe it. No. All right, let's just. I'm just gonna try restarting the script real quick. We're not in the middle of an event. No. All right, so I'm gonna just restart the script. Oh, I never restarted the script, did I? Oh wow, I'm an idiot. But hey, I guess. All right, well whatever. I can restart it now, and we can see how it'll look. Is that? Yeah, this is all in order. So I guess actually, if I'm going to restart the script again, is there anything else I should update before I go for it? Yeah, I mean, I want to change a lot of the heights. I want to change a lot actually, but let's see if this is good before I go in and worry about other stuff. So the text is probably going to overlap the character a little bit because. All right, so that's just nice and juicy. That's some juicy text right there. That doesn't look too crazy. The reason I didn't want to just increase the text size, but also wanted to, so like there are a few reasons I wanted to increase the size of the characters. I wanted to increase the size of the characters because if I increased the size of the text and the characters stayed the size that they used to be, like they'd be like as small as like the letter P basically, like because they'd basically just be little stick figures, right? And so like yeah, no, that would have been weird, and I didn't want that to mismatch. The other reason is, of course, that I wanted the character art just to be more visible and more noticeable, so that people on smaller displays, or even like not even just smaller displays, but like less sharp displays, like if you had like a lower resolution to your monitor or something, then yeah, I wanted to make sure that was all square as well. This looks good. Why are the characters spaced so far apart? I feel like I probably accidentally did something to cause that. In error. They're just weirdly far apart. I think that's literally how far apart they have to be in order for like all 155 characters of their width not to overlap. So I think they're each like basically like 300 something pixels apart. Did I say characters? I meant pixels. I think they're each like 300 something pixels apart, which is awkward. We don't need to be that. We don't need to be spaced so far apart. So I mean, that's not super important right now, but I won't change that. And actually, I guess I'll just let the script run for a while because, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, I'll want to see. Okay, so yeah, I'll have to. Excuse me, sorry, I'm just like falling over while standing still. Don't mind me. I'm gonna have to like come back and check once it's an event time. Once we have an event, because I'll want to see. I mean, like it'll be a little hard to evaluate because I haven't increased the size of the frame, so like the frames will look weird and whatever, with like they're not only are they gonna look too small, but they're gonna be chopped up too, because we blit it per letter, so they're just not going to connect to each other because the letters got wider. I mean, I could just oh no, I can't even just update the file before the event because it's already loaded into memory, so whatever. So what to start with? I guess I mean, for starters, we can just move the text up because we know that because we always blit from the top, so we know that because we increase the size of the text, we just need to shift everything up a little bit in order for it to not clip off the bottom. Hey, Dr. Fire Penguin. We're changing the text in the game. So we're still working on side quests somehow. Or did you ask me what we're making? What I'm making. Yeah, we're still working on side quest, and it's we're actually like yesterday we were like, hey, let's redo all the character art for the entire game, and so like I mean it didn't like we didn't actually like throw out the old character art, but we now have new and improved character art, which is like you'll notice like the characters are there. Well, so the funny thing that happened is basically we were just going to make the art bigger, but so we just magnified the old art, and then the thing that I realized is that I actually didn't want the character's head to be so disproportionately large anymore. So then actually we went back and we shrunk the character's head back down. So all we really did is increase the size of the character's body is is all we did. So they're a little less chibi, I think is the term for like the super exaggerated head size, small body size, or whatever. Not that our art was especially like kawaii in the first place, but I'll stop using words that I don't actually understand. So yeah, right. So the place where we blit text now, we can just shift it up a bit. Oh yeah, actually, so yeah, well, yeah, the place that we blit it, which is here, near here, we're close. Oh, it's right after this environment section. Yeah, so the place that we blit text, we can just shift it up. I think the height of the old text was like 24, and now it's like 35, I think. Or no, it was 27 before, and now it's 35. Actually, I can just double check that. The old one was a height of 26. I was close. And now is 35. So that is a difference of 9. So we'll just shift it up by 9 pixels. Simple enough. So 202. Yes. Where we have 202 here. I should make this a singular value, just how to keep noodling with it. But the gist is basically this 202 is gonna, I'm gonna subtract 9 from it, so it's gonna be 193. And I mean, this value appears in 4 places, but at least the 4 places are all right next to each other. On the plus side. Alright, save that, and then, oh, I need to change the spacing between the... No, the spacing will happen automatically, because the spacing is based on the... Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh. The spacing is based on the height of the characters, so what do I need to change instead, then? I guess we'll see after the first event. It'll be easier to evaluate once we have the second line of text in there. So, yeah, as we're, just while we're working on this, I'm just gonna make all of our experience points show up all the time, just so that we have that second line of text, and so it's easier to tune. It's a really easy fix, or it's a really easy adjustment too. Basically, all we have to do is, like, right now we're saying that characters, like, the reason that the text shows up is after you've taken an action, but we can just cheat it so that all characters, like, start having taken an action. So that's simple. I'll have to remember to undo it later, but for now it should be fine. Alright, so is there anything else that we need to change up front? The action tags, I guess. We should change the position of those, because we know that the positions have necessarily changed. We'll want to change the positions again, so, like, we're not going to spend a bunch of time, like, trying to get them, like, perfectly, magically, whatever. But, yeah, let's, yeah, so how much did that, so is this everything? I think this is everything I mean, this is not everything we need to do for the name tag. This is everything we can do for the name tag right now until I see it in action and see what has to actually change. So the difference between the heights here started as 42 and it went to 52. Alright, so it just increased by 10. Let's go where? Yeah, let's go to the place where we position these things and subtract 20 from the upper positions and subtract 10 from the lower positions. So 218 will now be 208. The lower positions are actually the ones with the higher number because we count pixels from the top of the screen, and so these will be 150. Oops, wrong key. 150. 150. All right, so that should be fine. I do need to update the frames, the frames for the action tags, because those need to be bigger. But I'll wait to see, because, like, I don't know. The action tags could be too big. They could be too big at this point. I should actually bring the script down, because I'm going to start up again in just a moment. Sorry. And then, but yeah. Also, okay. I'll update one of the sets of action tags, and I'll do it for the I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll do it for snow. Yeah, I'll do it for snow because snow has the additional complication of having a background frame for the character text as well. So it was also the worst case. The snow was the worst case scenario for legibility. So all right, where are we going? Backgrounds, snow. So let's open. We just need to make these taller and wider. We need to make the middle frame wider, and we need to make all of them taller. So open with paint.net. We can close some of these for now. Actually, no, I'll leave it open for a second more while I look at stuff. All right, so right, these used to be, so these need to get 10 pixels taller. So image, canvas size, extend. Oh, and how much wider? Yeah, not just taller, but also wider. So yeah, I don't know if I looked that one up. Oh no, I must have looked it up at some point. What is shoot, I'll have to look it up again. Sorry. So it used to be so it used to be a width of 24, and let's figure out what it is now. Calculator. 12. Oops. 1230 divided by. Oh wait, no, I don't know what it's by. Oh no, I remember what it is. It's 120. It's 30, right? Because it was 120 divided by 4. Okay. So 24, so it has to get increased by 6. So canvas size. Width has to go up to 30. And oh yeah, right. All right. Yes, because it's the same. Height goes up by 10, so it goes up to 56. All right. And so basically now we just like copy paste and slide this down, deselect, and then we wrong tool, selection tool, copy paste, and we slide over. Yay, we did it. And then so for the other frames we'll want to for the other sides of the frame we'll want to just do it laterally or vertically. So 56. Image canvas size. Height 56. Slamo. Select Z tool. Copy paste. Side. Yeah, there we go. Save that. And I can just go copy, paste, expand canvas size, and then image, flip horizontal. Oh wait, no, they're not identical, are they? No, I lied. I'm a crazy person. That's not how that works. Would have been nice. But yeah, there we go. All right, save that. Yes, good. All right, and so then the then the other piece is the character frame. So 15 by 26. So what is the new width? So many numbers. Oh, where am I going? The new width is 20. So I can just scale this up by 33%. Not canvas size, sorry. Image resize. Is it gonna be blurry? I hope it's not blurry. It might be slightly blurry, and I might not care. It's just slightly blurry. How do you come up with that? It was a flat color. It was a solid flat color, and somehow you turn into this. Weird. I don't know what your problem is. Look, there's a weird like dark tone, and there's like all these like weird transparency situations going on. I don't know what that's about. I'm just gonna draw over it again. Oops, not like that. Wait, is that? I'm gonna try this. I mean, not just like that. Like, wait, what am I trying to do? Oh, I have the wrong thing selected. There we go. All right. Wait, no, not like that. Like that. There we go. All right, got it. And then I'm just gonna delete the edges. I don't think we need to go that low. I think it was pretty much. I think it was more like this, roughly. I think that was like the. Oh, I'm using paint.net. Because I'm a professional, and all professionals use paint.net. No, I'm using paint.net because it was it's free, and I'd used it before, so I knew how it worked, and it was easy to use in that regard. I would not necessarily recommend it because there are very many ways in which it could be improved. I'll put it that way. All right. So, all right, now let's rerun the script. We should be in the snow, and we should all show our experience points all the time. So let's see how this looks. See if I at least got it right for starters. Trusty Bard. All right. Well, for some reason the text is offset a little bit. It's like not centered. No, what is that about? Oh, I probably just have to change the math a little bit. I don't know what that's about, but that's funny. Anyways, it seems to be working. So apart from the fact that it's offset like that, which I'll have to look into that. Hey, how's it going, Game and Tree? Yeah, I need to figure out why this text is is just like offset randomly. I mean, it's been like that's just weird. It's been a while since I set that up, so I don't remember what. I must have just been presuming the character width or something to get it to center like that. Or no, I guess it would be. Oh, maybe I just forgot to update my math, which would be a pretty strong argument for not keeping my math in like these random numbers. Oh, wait. Huh, wait. Yeah, did I just fail to update one of these numbery things appropriately? I mean, if anything, it would be, yeah, it'd be one of these ones. And it would be the lateral, oh yeah! Well, welcome. Yeah, I try and check out other cool streamers just to keep tabs on like what people are doing. Right now on the game that is like blitting across the screen there, it's called Side Quest, and it's just like it's like a little text adventure sort of game. I'm changing the text size, and I accidentally made it so that the text doesn't line up anymore. So like it's supposed to be, that text is supposed to be centered, and so yeah. Overall, yeah. So right now I'm redoing like all the text in the game. So I changed a bunch of things, and I think yeah, this text, right, it obviously has that problem. Apart from that, I think it looks okay. Apart from the fact that it doesn't line up very well. And then, yeah, so when an event occurs, like when we get to the actual meat of the challenge, then we can evaluate how the rest of the text looks. Alright, yeah, what am I doing for math here? The position, so it's so we pass in the string, we pass in and then the position. So it's like the, oh, here we go. What is this, the adventure with business. Right. Yeah, no, we fixed the other thing, we just didn't fix this. Oh, so is this bug has been happening like all day? Like I just noticed it, but it's actually been happening all day, I guess. 'Cause, that's funny. Yeah, I definitely forgot to change this, and I guess like a magic number wouldn't really have helped me here, because this is like just an entirely different formulation. Oops. Or like keeping this as a variable wouldn't have helped, because it's just a different. Like yesterday we changed how the character art works, and because of that we changed like what the positional values represent. All right, so save that. Hey, I got a new follower. Gametree, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Welcome. Uh, I I just recently changed. Yesterday was a big day of change. I changed like the whole layout of like how I have the stream set up, and the one thing I did not account for is that in order to see the new follower alert, I have to like make OBS bigger, like way bigger. And the funny thing about OBS is that if you just drag it to make it bigger, you guys can kind of see it's super pixelated right now because like it hasn't actually changed the resolution like while I'm dragging it. It changed the size, but not until like I let go does it actually change the resolution. So yeah, that's fun. It adds a little extra drama to the new follower alert. Oh yeah. Usually it doesn't say if you have 0 experience, but I changed it so that it always shows the experience points, just in order to test out like. Well, I mean, we found that bug about how the text is offset, so that's cool. I use oh, I was gonna say I use Chrome. uh, Twitch, it has like, I mean, it works better or worse on different days, right? Like it's pretty good overall, considering like how many people are using it at any given moment. But it yeah, it's not always 100% up and running all the time. I've noticed. um, all right. So what? Oh yeah. So events. I guess. Yeah. So that's all I really need to do with like the non-event stuff. I guess I could just like incur an event to test it out. Sorry, I'm gonna put the. I know that like it looks. I can't actually see the bottom of the screen there. Like I can't actually see what you guys see on the bottom of the screen. So the only way I can actually see the game art is by dragging this big pink blob onto the screen. I apologize. The yeah, the what was I gonna say? Yeah, oh yeah. So to test, I guess, to see at least how the event text looks, I think I'm gonna just do like a test event. So. I mean, I might as well do like an actual test event instead of like a fake one. Give Gametry oh, all right. Thank you, Gametry. Yeah, glad to have you here. The well, yeah. So okay, so man, I haven't actually administered an event before. So clearly it's snowing. Clearly. This is me setting the scene, I guess. uh, so like, gosh, the event system. I was talking about I was writing events yesterday, so I should be able to remember how the event system works. But oh, writing more events. I do want to do that at some point too, and I guess that's always on the backlog. Like I always want to write more events, but so yeah, the reason I'm thinking like right now I'm just like wasting time, but in general the reason I'm thinking I should make more events and like that the reason why writing events is something that I definitely want to keep doing a lot as much as possible basically is that yeah, if I'm actually gonna like administer this game properly like a real game master, I need to get good at coming up with events and like not even just like coming up with events because like it's not that hard. It wouldn't be that hard for me to like actually just come up with story, but it's basically like the trick is basically like wrapping any story that I would come up with into the way the event system works in this game. So so we added in a new event type yesterday, and so now we have like we have 2 types of like random events. We have 2 types of like decision type events, and we have 2 types of divide and conquer type events. So, I mean, we can always add in more event types as needed. Like it's actually really simple to do. Like the one we added in yesterday, we added in like no time. But the yeah, so I guess if I ever have like too much difficulty like figuring out how like a story would get told in the current event system, then there's always the possibility of just you know, I mean that like those sorts of roadblocks, excuse me, those sorts of roadblocks blah, 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 could literally inform what type of new events I might need for the game. So that, yeah, I mean, like that's can get frustrating, but it's also, I mean, it can also be like it could be very useful in other ways, and it could help us out with actually making the game better. So, Trusty Bard. I really got to do something with Trusty Bard. I was thinking, just for fun, I was thinking of, hey, it's event time. All right, I don't have to come up with one. Cool. So let's see what these action tags look like once the name tag clears the screen. Whoa, whoops, I moved them in the wrong direction, I guess. Oh, and the frames aren't centered anymore. That's funny. All right, so that's that's worth noticing. How did I move them in the wrong direction? I swear I moved them in the right direction. Huh. Maybe I... Huh. Do I... Maybe... Actually... Wow, no, maybe I use those values backwards. Everything blitzed from the top, but I guess apparently for whatever reason I decided to use these values the opposite direction and make it... define these values from, like, the bottom up, apparently. So that's awkward. So wait, so now I have to, so now this, oh gosh, what do I have to do? I have to subtract 30 from both of them? No, add 30 to both of them. I have to add 30 to both of them. Right. So 238, I guess. 238 and 180, I guess? I don't know. Maybe that'll work. Let's see if that works. Are they at least the correct distance apart? 180 and 238. Oh, yeah, the alignment thing. So I should fix the alignment thing, too. Because that's not going to fix itself. Why are they misaligned? Because it all scaled up. And, no, why is the alignment? Oh, right. Because the action frame was bigger, and they scaled the same amount, but they both scaled from the top. They didn't scale from the center. All right, so right. So where I blitz these things, I just need to tell it to blit it a little differently now. Oh yeah, and so I should figure out what that differently is supposed to be. So the action frame is now at a height of 56, and the text that it blitz under is at a height of 52. So there's a border of 2 pixels on each side, right? Because there's a difference of 4. 4 split in half is 2. All right, so there should be a difference of 2 pixels on either side. Let's make that happen. Where do we blit these things? I think higher up. Yeah, here we go. Action text. So, act frame height. Oh, that's a global value. Oh, so that's probably why it's splitting. Because for one thing, yeah, I have to update this value. Act frame width is 5? Wait. Act frame width is 5. Oh, yeah, it means the edges. It doesn't mean the frame itself. Alright, so 56. Actually, so maybe... So now that I've updated that, do I already have the math in place where the rest will just work? Maybe? Wait, why does blit text char reference act frame height? What? That's not right. What? Oh, that's just an oversight. Oh, yeah, that was just an oversight. This is actually supposed to be font dot height. I think, yeah. Whoops. I mean, it wasn't causing a bug, at least not a visible bug. It was just like suboptimal in terms of performance. How'd the kitties go? Oh, you saved them. You saved the kitties. A deek. You guys are brave, climbing the tree while a deek is shaking it. But hey, it all worked out. It worked out nicely, which is, that's respectable. Good job. Sorry. All right, so yeah, so does the act frame height, does that all just magically work now? Nah, I feel like, oh, frame height offset. Yes. Yes, good. Wait, just divided by 2? Shouldn't it be divided by 2? Yeah, right, divided by 2. Right, so it'll do the same math I just did in my head. It'll do 46 minus, or 56 minus 46, which is 4, divided by 2, which is 2. And so, okay, good. Good. Save that. Alright, so now I could rerun the script. I'm gonna bring the script down so that when I rerun it, the characters will populate, so that I can check that the alignment works correctly. So I'm gonna bring that down for a moment. And then so is that like done? So like assuming everything works now, like if everything works now, does that mean we're done with changing the text? I want to reposition. Excuse me. I want to reposition the action tags again, but not until after I do my next task. If I recall correctly, my next task is to stretch the backgrounds. This is gonna be weird, you guys. This is gonna be super weird. This is gonna be super weird because, like, there's like, oh my gosh, it's like, it's mostly fine. Like, it's mostly okay in terms of like relatively easy to change sorts of things, but then there are going to be a few things that are just really weird. Specifically, the cave and the river. The cave and the river are going to be a bit weird. This might be one of those things. This might be like yesterday. I was saying, like, with the character art, like I might just like start on it, and then if it turns out to be too annoying, I might just like throw my hands up and be like, never mind, not doing it. But I want to at least give it a shot. So yeah, basically all of the background art is 1600 pixels across. And I think I want it actually to stretch all the way across the screen. So I want it to, what is my broadcast resolution? I mean, maybe it's a little arbitrary to just like use my broadcast resolution, because what if my broadcast resolution changes, right? I could literally just scale up the visuals, but like then it's gonna, like, the art isn't great to begin with, so, and I don't intend to change my broadcast resolution anytime soon. So, and like, if I stretch the backgrounds, like, the thing about that is that, like, it's not the sort of thing where, like, because I'm stretching the backgrounds, I should stretch it to the exact perfect size and then call it good and done forever. Like, if I have to stretch the backgrounds again, it won't be much more work than if I were to do it all up front. So, if I do change resolutions and I want to continue to support greater resolutions, I can keep stretching the backgrounds as much as I need. It's like an art task. Basically, like, what I have to do is I have to take the current backgrounds and just like add more. Like, add more mountains, add more trees in the forest, add more, like, because when I cut them and stretch them, like, I'm not going to scale them at all. So when I say stretch, what I mean is stretch the dimensions, and then so, like, there's just going to be like a big giant gap. Like, I think my broadcast resolution is let me check. My broadcast resolution is 1920. So I have to make it like 320 pixels wider. And so I just need to make, I'll have these giant gaps like 320 pixels wide, and I'll just have to fill those in. So the awkward thing about the cave is that the interior to exterior transitions and vice versa involve a lot of cheating. And so whereas with most of the backgrounds, I can just like make one clean cut, like in the center of the backgrounds, just widen them and draw the new art right in the middle. For the cave, there are certain anchor points that can't move relative to the size of the screen. So for example, if something falls at like the exact 50% marker, it has to stay at the exact 50% marker. If something falls at the exact 90% marker, it has to stay at the exact 90% marker. So that part's going to be a little awkward because I'll have to make multiple cuts because I'll have to like, so let's say I have like on some frames I'll have like a 50% and a 90%, and those have to stay in the same space. So like those two anchor points need to stay fixed to the background frame relative relative to the frame. It's like to the entire image. So so there's going to be a cut between them of like a size that is like determined based on like, you know, their original positions based on, and then their ultimate positions, and then so there'll have to be like a relatively small cut between them, and then the rest of the cut, like I can't cram the entire cut in there. I have to put the rest of the cut somewhere else in the image. So yeah, there's gonna be that too. Yeah, it'll just be a smashing good time, I'm sure. There are a few cave transitions, and then there's a cave transition that transitions to the river, which is just equally great because the river will be a little simpler. There'll be a little bit of change. I think for the river though, mostly I just need to change the data file that determines where the river starts and where the river stops. So that shouldn't be as bad. The cave's gonna be the fun part. So fun. So fun. I tell you. The funnest. The absolute funnest. Yeah. Yep. Exciting. Exciting stuff. So, okay, I think the script's probably been down long enough. Oh, I never actually needed Inkscape, as it turns out. So I can close that. So yeah, hopefully the oh, actually, shoot, I need to check the alignment, and then I might bring the script down again just to turn off shoot, yeah, I should have tested that real quick before I waited the full duration. Oh, and the character spacing, I'll fix that too. All right, so it looks like the alignment is better, so I'm gonna bring the script down again. Sorry, and then I'm gonna fix the characters. I'm gonna fix the character spacing and the what was the other one? Oh well, we don't need to start in the snow, so I can take off that cheat. I mean that doesn't make a huge difference, but oh, the character frames for the other backgrounds. So I guess we should start in the snow. So okay, we'll start in. Start in the snow because I actually changed those character frames, and then I don't have to like I can edit the other character frames while the script runs, and they won't load in until later, so that part's fine. All right, so so disable, first things first. Acted will default to false once more, as it should. The character spacing, yeah, where was that? It was it was the parade. It has to do with this. No, it's not this part of it though. It's oh, we do it further up, actually. We do it yes. Oh, right. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I didn't do this intentionally. I did this accidentally. But it was using the same dimension that I described earlier, because we have to check not that. Oh yeah, adventure with. I should basically. Oh wow, look at all these other references to adventure with, because all these references to adventure with are pretty certainly incorrect. So like, what are we doing here? Oh, the highlight. Oh, the highlights are going to be way off. Right. So that's, yeah, okay, so I should just fix up all these references to adventure with. So it's not going to be, What's it going to be? Oh, 312. Actually, no, that part is correct, coincidentally. Only coincidentally, though. Only because the characters still exist in the same... Like, the character's feet still touch the ground at the same point. And this math is just to calculate the position at which the adventurer's feet touch the ground. So, So, what is this actually going to be? 312 minus adventure with... Wait, what's this minus 79 business about? I don't know what that's about. But, no, I shouldn't just leave it like that. What is adventure with? Adventure with was like 48 or something. What does it actually equal? Adventure with equals 48. So, yeah, let's just convert this math to the correct number. It should be 312 minus the height of the level up highlight. So let's just look at that. Open with paint.net. Yeah, it should just be 312 minus 132. Which is probably what this math turns out to be. Alright, 312 minus 132. Alright, save that. Alright, where was our other... We had like another secret reference to adventure with, which just isn't a thing anymore. Like that was a vestige of how we used to do the character art. Adventure with... What else references it? Oh, maybe it was just this last one that we were working on. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so those are all the references to adventure. So yeah, so it's not position is greater than adventure width times 1.5. The question is whether the position is greater than or equal to... I mean, we could just say 0. Yeah, let's just say 0. Save that. Oh, because it was actually more than the buffer zone. It was actually more than 300 something pixels apart. It was actually 300 pixels plus the plus like... Actually, that might still be a bit too wide. Well, we'll see how this is. Maybe this might be a little bit better. It should be at least a little bit better. All right. So last thing. Oh yeah, is to fix the frames, the character frames. But we can do that after we start the script. Yeah. Hopefully that was long enough. We'll see. Fire up the script again, and I will change it so that we don't continue to show up in the snow. I'll make it so that should probably keep this art on. Should probably keep this art on screen for a little bit so that I can keep an eye on it just in case it does anything screwy. So hold on, there'll be pink on your screen a little bit but I'll try and hide as much of it as possible. I'm just putting it there so that way if it does anything too crazy, we can we can keep an eye out. All right. All right. So, excuse me. Right. Oh yeah. Taking out the snow commands or the snow cheat is the first order of business. And that is located here. Save that. And then, all right, let's change the other character frame, or change the other frames. I'm probably, I think I am happy with the fonts. So I'm going to close these for now because we don't really need to be looking at these continuously. Don't save. Don't save. Don't save. I don't know what I did to those things, but whatever changes it thinks it should have done, it shouldn't have done them. So, alright, so backgrounds, cave. Alright, so the new dimensions are 30 and 56. So, 30 and 56. And just like before, we will copy and paste. choppy and paste, deselect, choppy and paste. Save that. Yes. Okay. Excuse me. And then, so this one just gets taller. Canvas size 56. Yes. Select. Copy. Paste. Slide, 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 slide. Save that. So I guess while I work on like art and stuff, there's gonna be a little bit. There's a degree to which this will be a little bit like my brain. It's like, yeah. Sometimes when I'm working on art, I have extra brain bandwidth because, like, you know, sometimes it's not just about it doesn't get very conceptual. It's just it's the sort of thing where I can think about other things while I'm working on it. So I think I'm gonna, like I was saying before, I really want to just keep working on working on new events. So actually, yeah, I might as well bust that out. The little scratch pad thing that I had going yesterday, just to look at it while working on other things. Oh yeah, the other thing that I was doing yesterday was talking about how yeah, what the events, what the different event types mean with specifically with these are all good. Okay, good. What the event types mean with like the various like variables that we can change about them. So I was talking about how event types 0, no, yeah, the new event type 0 and the new event type 2, or the event type now known as 2, how they are, I'll keep working on this as I talk, how they get tougher or more punishing the more actions there are, and similarly with multi, the new event type 2, or the event type now known as 2, gets really tough with multi. So that is yeah, that I hadn't really even thought about that until why did you oh, I'm resizing canvas size. That's better. Okay, so yeah, so event type, I don't think I thought much about event type, or how does event type, sorry, I'm going to be asking myself rhetorical questions, so if I tune out of chat for a little while, I apologize. The way I think about these things is to ask myself a question and to answer it. I hope that's not too annoying. So how does event type, the event type now known as 3, how does that change with more or fewer actions? Oops, I did resize. Oof. With more or fewer actions, event type, yeah. So event type, the event type now known as 3, also gets harder, or actually, I guess no, kind of more. Actually, I mean, harder is one way to think of it, but another way to think of it is like with the event type 0, it like there's just a smaller expected payout with more actions. So yeah, I guess I mean, I don't intend to make tons of actions like all over the place all the time. The only situation wherein I would be doing that is if it was like really necessary. Like if there's like no way to get around it. Like if we were in a situation where there literally were like 8 different options. Like that's a bit extreme. But yeah, so one of the things that occurred to me yesterday when I was talking about this was that, you know, because like there's a greater risk, or there's like or because it takes more effort to get the same result, I could play with the scale of like the point system, so I could like actually reward, like give a greater reward for like the greater challenge. Oh, um, sorry, I was catching the thing in chat about how my oh wow, that's said a while ago. Oh wow, I tuned out of chat a while ago. Sorry. Yeah, no, I just read the thing about how my voice is distinct. Like, I assure you, like, I'm not doing that in real life. It's 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 Twitch, basically. So I'm sorry that's happening. All right, but the the let's see. Yeah, so I think like because I don't intend to make events with like tons of actions super frequently, I like I have that option to change like this how the scoring works, but I don't think like it's not high priority. Like I don't think I need that to happen. So right now I like it. I like it how it is currently. I think. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hmm. Like like the alternative there is that I could literally scale the difficulty of the event based on the number of actions, which I think is something that I've done before or tried before. I don't know if I actually like pulled it off exactly, but I think like earlier iterations had taken that approach instead. So yeah, I could go either way depending on how what I feel is needed and what I feel would better benefit the game. So what about so what about multi for event type? So the event type now known as 3 for multi, like what does that do to it? Or like what do more actions do for multi in that event type? And I guess in that case it kind of like grays it out. Well, it's like it like melts it a little bit. It like I don't know, like it just makes it more about average. Like it's about less about extremes and more about like, you know, a mid range value. And yeah, I mean like with events type 1 or 0 or like kind of like in you know similar to either in different ways. The end result is like less expected score. I think, yeah, and I think I kind of knew that going in, because I think with event types 4 and 5, it gets easier with multi. Hey, it's event time. It's I forget if I kept it that way, but I think initially like multi. What the heck is wrong with those action tags? Why are they like going weird places? They're just going every weird place, because that's not where they're supposed to be. So wait, what? All right, let's look at how these values are actually getting used. Because I moved them in one direction and that was wrong, and then I moved them in the other direction and that was wrong too. So maybe I accidentally moved it in the same direction twice or something. I don't know. That is clearly not right. All right. Yeah. What are these values? Act slots. How do I use these? Act slots. Act slots. Right. Yes, that's where we rotate them. Right? I think that's where we rotate them. Oh no, that's where we initialize them. Wait, no, what is that part? I don't care. It's not the part I'm interested in. All right, so yeah, here we go. So we just straight up blit using these values. Or no, blit. Okay, so we pass in act slots as the first 3 parameters. Okay. So yeah, let's go up to how we blit action text, Because I'm guessing, I think the latter two parameters are the positional parameters. So, blit action text. What on earth are we doing with these values? So cx and cy. So cx minus act frame width. Yeah. What the heck? Why didn't it work the first time? No, I have no clue why it didn't just work the first time. But yeah, this is the height that we're blitting them at. So whatever. Alright, I'm gonna bring down the script, try some new values, and then I'll put the script back up. So pardon the brief delay. Oh, sorry, I should have checked if anyone leveled up or anything like that first. Sorry. The data all gets saved. It doesn't show the blinky light is the only difference. Sorry. I don't like out of the corner of my eye I didn't see any of the level up messages, but I should be more careful about that. Alright, so yeah, so what are good values for these things? What are reasonable values here? Definitely not these. Like 180? The higher of which? This is like 150 at its lowest. Seriously? That sounds crazy to me. How could that? Oh, wait. Let me look at how I'm using these values again. CX. Oh, okay. So I am subtracting the width of the frame. So I am defining the bottom of the of where they blit, but I'm defining it from the top, like the top of the screen, like the top of the graphics, to the bottom of the frame. CX minus minus act frame width minus offset. Okay, so it's actually the bottom of the. Wait, what is the offset? Wait, what? What's the offset? Oh, that's for CX. Oh, that's for CX. Yeah, okay. But then CY. Oh, okay, so no. Right. No, width, blah, blah, whatever. So no, we're not. So FH offset. Oh, okay. So no, for this we're actually, we're declaring it as the top of the text. Okay, so it is the top of the text. 150 was ever a valid value. 180 was ever a valid value? Yikes. I don't know what that is about. I'll just pick smart values. I honestly don't know how the old numbers had worked. And I honestly don't know why that way I changed the old numbers didn't work. But I'll just put in sensible values instead. Like 150, like these characters are tall now. They're like these characters are like 30 characters tall. Or no, 52 characters tall. So like yeah, 150, that only leaves like 98 pixels at the bottom of the screen. So I mean, I guess that's like 8 pixels above the character's head, but still. Not even 8 characters above the character's head, but 8 characters above like the. It should probably be closer to like 140. So let's call some of them 140. We'll call the lower of the values 140. We'll call the lower of the values 140. Oh no, wait, no. Oh right, because it's not 300 minus. It's 320 minus. So 160. Okay. But 160 will be the lower of the values. 160 will be the lower of the values? Really? I guess. So what would the upper of the values be? So the 160, 56 is the frame height. So it should be at least more than 56. It should probably be like 60. So 100, I guess. That's gonna be really high, I feel like, but I mean, I don't know, maybe that's correct. I can rearrange how these are spaced once I stretch it out across the whole screen, because then I'll have more room to work with, but like not that much more room. Maybe instead of having 4 act slots, I'll only have 3, and they'll all be at the same level. They'll all just stretch across the screen. Like maybe that'll be better. Because as it is, like now that they're really tall, they're relatively like quite tall. Um, I it's like having two rows, having two different heights of them is like a bit much. I can also be I mean they're really wide because or there's like a lot of space between them laterally because I don't know, hypothetically I might want to do a long one, but on the other hand, I really don't. I really don't want to have like any that are particularly long because the longer the action tag is, the more text people have to type in order to like take that action. Yeah, so I probably will switch to three. Because the other thing is like it's really rare that there are more than three options. In fact, there are no events in the system where you actually have more than three options. Like three is the current maximum. It's not like the literal maximum. There are more like you know I could write an event of like oh yeah, we were talking about this anyway. The only thing that delimits the number of actions I can actually put in is like, well, technically nothing. Oh no, it's the amount of text that Trusty Bard can say in chat, basically. Hey, welcome back, Zero Maverick. All right, so for now, 100. That's gonna be really high up. Like that's gonna be like higher than my chin, I think, in terms of like screen height. Uh, but we'll see. We'll see how it looks. And it is really temporary too. So I'm actually probably just gonna stop worrying about it at this point. As long as it's like, as long as it doesn't look crazy, and as long as it's not obscuring stuff anymore, I'll call it good enough for now. Did I finish? Oh, I haven't finished converting quite all of these yet, have I? So I'll do one more, and then because I can't have more than one more left, right? Is this one tall enough? Is this one? Yeah, this is 56. All right, so I did finish this one. Save it, yes, please. Okay. Save this, and then did I have any more to do? Just did the mountains. I still have to do the river, so I'll do the river real quick, and then I'll fire the script back up again. Yeah. Canvas size, height 56. Copy, paste. Oh yeah, we were talking about events earlier, and different event types and like what they might mean with like the various parameters. And I'm like reminding myself of this because oh, the other thing was like the little brainstorming whatever that I did yesterday. Oops, I keep doing resize. Or no, that was that was canvas size. The two interfaces look very similar. Whoops. So, event type. Yeah, so does event type 3 and 4, or does event type 4 and 5 get easier in multi still, or did I make that less the case? Event type, how did I set it up? I said, oh yeah, I think it does. I think it gets dramatically easier. Wait, in multi or in multi or just with more options? Yeah, because the oh no, the it doesn't, it shouldn't hypothetically it doesn't change difficulty when there are more options because I did balance for that when setting up the math for that system. But then for multi, how's multi? Whoops, not that. How's multi play with it? Kamega, how's it going? So yeah, multi and event type 4. What does that do? It makes it so that people can take more actions. Like multi in general, I think it has like a diffuse effect, like it has like a smoothing effect, like because people can take multiple actions, it like instead of like stacking up in little piles, like people can just kind of like melt across like as many actions as they choose. So I think in general, it would have a smoothing effect. I don't know. Like I'm kind of like I guess that could technically be the case. That could technically be the case, but I think that's actually like kind of like hypothetical in the absence of any like actual like psychological principles of like how people actually behave, because like I think that would only necessarily be the case. Like multi would only make like hypothetically multi. I don't think multi would make. Multi wouldn't make. Multi couldn't make event type 4 or 5 harder. I think multi couldn't make event type 4 or 5 harder, because the whole point of events 4 and 5 is that you're supposed to cover all bases, and so the nice thing about multi and event types 4 and 5 is that one person can literally cover all bases if they choose. So yeah, multi makes so multi makes event types 2 and 3 a little bit harder, and it makes event type 4 and 5 a little bit easier. So or possibly very harder, or possibly very easier, depending on the event. But yeah, the thing about how multi makes well, yeah, so I mean that again, like that's kind of assuming that all actions are equally appealing, because again, like if in an event type 1, if one action is just way more appealing, then that event is just way easier, because everyone will naturally choose that event, and so it's easier to get consensus. And conversely, if in events type 3 and 4, if one action is too appealing, then it'll be really hard to get people to choose multiple things, to really cover all bases, regardless of oh, I can probably rerun the script at this point, probably. So psychology plays a factor. Hey Tristan, how's it going? Swit rage? I don't know what swit rage means. Josh Crofty, hey, how's it going? Wow, it's a party all of a sudden. Look at all these adventurers. What a hearty adventure we will go on. Oh wow. Oh wow, name tags are definitely marching off the screen. So, oh wow. What's that about? I used to have it like set up so that like name tags wouldn't appear too close to the edge of the screen, such that they don't. But I guess, oh, okay. So that thing that I noticed yesterday about how name tags are staying on the screen for a lot longer, I think that's like a real thing. Oh, was that you're doing, Kamega? Thank you. That's very nice of you. Welcome, everyone. Yes. Well, there's technically already battles, because like you have to fight off the goblins to save the town. So the point of this game is not actually what we've been doing, really. The point of this game is because it's supposed to take a lot of inspiration from like tabletop role playing. I have this panel here where like the game, like right now the game plays out in the automated system. So the computer, like Trusty Bard, relays like the computer's like the canned events that I have like built in, but those are just the canned events, like the ones that are prescripted that the computer can like administer. This panel that I have here, like I can type in new events. Like I'm supposed to, like hypothetically, I'm supposed to be the game master, and I'm supposed to be driving the story. So like, I mean, the event system was made intentionally like open-ended. Like the same event system is used for like, you know, when you're rescuing kittens from a tree, or when you're fighting off goblin arsonists, or like when you're trying to defuse a doomsday device. And I made it that way so that I could use like this event. Oh, I need to update this panel because now there are 6 event types. Yeah, that's important. But yeah, so right, so like so the that's funny. All right. Have a good one, Tristan. That is quite a stream, 10 hours. All right. Oh, cool. Yeah, so yeah, I admittedly I've been slacking in my my duties as game master. Maybe like, well, so the part of the reason I've been I just it's kind of like a chicken and an egg thing. Like if I were to do it right now, like it would take me a while. Like it takes me a while to come up with new events, and that's actually why I keep wanting to make more prescripted events. Because if I get in the if I practice writing events more, and if I make the like and so yeah, like I've been talking about events a lot today. The reason I want to get this system very robust is so that I can get to the point where I actually can administer the game like a game master, and we actually can do literally anything at that point. So yes, I I yeah I like we I mean, part of it is like I know how this is going to work. Like I know how this is going to play once I get it working. So I do kind of like I do kind of like put it off a lot because I'm not concerned about it as much. I'm sure there will be a million new things that I discover about that I have to change when once I once I actually start using it that way. But yeah, like I've been spending a lot of time trying to get the core up and working, even absent that that feature or that like manner. All right, so the names are just showing up for too long, because yeah, like with the old system, like Josh, where Josh's name showed up, like hypothetically it should have. I mean, I guess it's not necessarily a problem that he walks off screen with his name tag, but like, I mean, the idea is like name tags show up so that you have enough time to read them before they leave the screen. So, I mean, that shouldn't be too hard to change. I probably won't rerun the script or anything, but I'll just tune those values. And I mean, I do actually have to pull that value back a little bit. Like even if the name tags weren't lingering for so long, the that value would have to get more stringent just because names are longer now, and so like the text is literally bigger, so it's easier for them to clip off the edge of the screen. But the extent to which they're clipping off the edge of the screen, like Josh's name, like he's just, yeah. That we just need. Oh no! I know why that's happening. I know why that's happening. Well, yeah. I mean, all the things that we just said and more. Also, name tags are taking way too long to appear in the first place. Like, well, no, I guess that was okay. Kamegas showed up at about the right time. But like for this, yeah, it shifted because of everything I did with character art yesterday. So maybe I should bring the script down and restart it. Nah, I don't think that's like game breaking. Nah, well, it's certainly annoying. So I will. Sorry, I'm gonna bring the script down for just a minute. I'm gonna fix that and then I'm gonna put it back up. And that just has to do with how we're calculating name tags. I mean, I could do more better stuff with like how we calculate name tags. Like that is one of the things that is on my list of things to do like down the line. But I wasn't planning on. No, actually, no. I guess this is. Yeah, no. This is basically when I was planning on doing it. So no, I guess I should do that now before I switch to the art stuff, the other art stuff. All right, yeah. I kind of forgot about that part. Right. So name tags. Name tags. Sorry. So this is when we add characters to the parade. Where's the part where we add name tags to adding name tags to players is done here, right? No, it is done. It is done further up. It's done up here. Is it? Wait. Maybe it is done lower down. Uh, Sorry, I was just. Oh wait, no, that's not. Yeah, yeah. Here. Okay, here's where it is. Uh, Riptide. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. Uh, I was thinking about that. That zero with the yeah. I was actually thinking literally of that. Actually, I mean, part of that was actually something that I talked about before on stream is like letting mods act as GM, but the you know, it's funny is like the reason that I never really went with that is because no one seemed psyched about it. But if that's something that you'd be interested in doing, yeah, I mean that is entirely doable. Um, what would I have to change? I would have to change a few things because I'd have to change how like the experience system works because right now the game plays at the game plays how is it? It's like there's roughly an event every like 10 minutes or so, and so like I'd have to balance the all right. All right, hold on. I'll add that to the backlist, or put that back on the backlog. Like it's something that I talked about, but I don't think I even ever actually put it on the backlog, just because like it was I don't know. I was like, eh. But yeah. No, wow, this is awesome. So yeah, I'll just say like mods as GM. Or I like yeah, well no, I'll know what that means. I mean hypothetically, like I actually don't know how to check in the script if there was a way. Like I think yeah, I think I'd have to like flag specific players to like basically like give the crown to like different players because the uh the what is it like excuse me yeah, I haven't figured out how in script to like, and maybe there is a way to do this, but just to, like tell who's a mod and who's not. Maybe I might have to use like Twitch API in order to do that or something. I don't know, but like yeah, it's simple enough to just to let the script know like who's on the list of like. Actually, yeah, no, you know what? I'd probably want to have it just as one person as GM at a time, and basically just set up a command where I can like anoint like GM. Because like you know, if multiple people had like control over the game at the same time, like that you know you could have collisions because like you're like all this stuff is happening through text. So yeah, it'll probably be like a crown, and I'll give it. Oh, it could be like a literal crown in the game. Like I could make the I can make like your character when it walks across the screen, or like I could give like a special badge or something like that. That'd be fun. Uh, that's gonna wow yeah no I haven't thought about that in a while either. So like there's probably gonna be a lot I have to change. Oh yeah, the thing I was talking about earlier with the events is like is essentially the experience schedule because like the like right now like events all have like a built-in experience like a number of experience points that you get for the event. So if there are more events, then like you would just level a lot faster. And like I don't mind like increasing leveling speed, but like right now the way it is currently, like you would hit the end of the game way too fast, just in terms of character art. So one thing I'll have to do is balance out how that all works because I can only make character art so fast. So um, actually, I guess that would work too with like this. Yeah. So, huh? That's interesting. Yeah. I'd I'd kept the I mean I'd kept those values like very specifically, like you know 4 is perfect, 2 or 3 is nice, and 2 is like neither of those things. But yeah, so I guess I'll just have to I'll probably keep nice and perfect, but I'll you know the like each event will have like a slightly different scale. So you know maybe for some events like the base is actually oh yeah. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, that actually dovetails with this other thing that I was planning on doing is the like the extracurriculars thing. This is like another feature that I was thinking of adding today. Although I might do, I don't know. Maybe I'll do like all of this stuff together because I don't know the mods as GM thing, especially because like if you're since you're psyched about it, Zero, like I that suddenly became very high priority. It went from basically like 0 priority to like pretty close to the top of the list. I might be able to do that. I can at least start it today. I don't know if I'll finish it today. Yeah, that'd be. I don't know. That's just really cool. All right. So, well, if I'm gonna get to it eventually, I'll have to continue to stay productive. So, um, uh, what? Sorry, one second. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna mute the microphone for a second. I'll be right back. Pardon the delay. So, what was I working on? I got so excited I completely. Oh yeah, the name tag stuff. We have to change. We have to change the rules about positioning and the validity of a name tag. Right. Okay. So, oh yeah, name tag margin left and name tag margin right. So kind of what I want to do is, this 84. I should make this 84 a value so that so I don't just have to like put it random places, because that 84 is basically the new adventure with. Except I won't call it adventure with, because adventure with is gone and no one cares about it anymore. I will call this, because what this actually is, it's not the width, it's the it's basically like the offset. So adventure. Oh, I'm still basing the adventure count based on. Huh. Interesting. Oh, that's not harmful necessarily. Yeah, no, that's okay. I'll have to keep that in mind though. Well. Actually, no, I should get rid of adventure with, and I can just set adventure count manually. How many adventures would fit across the screen? I mean, when I make the screen wider, if I'm assuming I make the graphics wider, which I intend to, making the graphics wider, excuse me, I don't know roughly how many characters would fit across the screen, but I think I'm going to go high a little bit. Previously it was like 160, or it's like, excuse me, 1600 divided by 48, which is what exactly? Wait, what? Oh, I did 160. It was like 33, I guess, then. Wait, really? Wait, 1600 divided by 48. There were like 33. I think that's excessive. I was gonna say like 20. I think 20 is actually like more than sufficient. I'm gonna say 20. Yes. And I can finally get rid of adventures with, because that's not a thing anymore. I mean, technically 155 is the new adventures with, but not in the same way. So, alright, so no, what I actually need here is adventure offset equals, what was it, 84? Alright, because I need to use this value places. Oh yeah, the other thing, like when I was looking at where the name tags were set up, I was noticing that there's also the the name tag margin left and the name tag margin right, which I think can stay the same. They can stay roughly the same once I take into account that's not just the position; it's the position plus the adventure offset. And because I wasn't taking this offset into account, then they were appearing way too far. Like it was based on like the like the sense of origin, not necessarily the sense of like centrality around the character. What is upset here? Adventure. Oh. Wait, adventures. Oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? Does this value actually ever get used anywhere? No, it doesn't. Does adventurers count actually get used anywhere? No, it doesn't get used either. Why do I... Oh, this was way back in the day. Alright, so I can just get rid of these. Funny stuff. Alright. Good times. Don't I need any... Oh, I am a robot, and no, I don't need comments. No, the reason I don't have comments is because I'm working on this project independently, so the only person who needs to understand this project is me. And so, yeah, I mean, I could put in comments, but like every now and again, like just like there, for example, like it took me a second to remember what that was, but like I don't think it takes me longer to do those things than it would to like write detailed comments. And like comments aren't like the like in order for comments to be like thoroughly effective, you'd have to write like really long comments. Like in order to like really retain all the information or like thoroughly document all the information, because who knows what you're gonna forget? Like who knows what will stick in your mind and what won't as time goes on. And so I think overall, at least I tell myself that I do better without writing comments. Like I actually spend less time reviewing my own code than I would if I had to like than the amount of time I would have spent writing comments in the first place. So who knows? Maybe someday when I'm collaborating with others, I'll have to start writing comments. But like I say, if I actually was working with other people, I'd probably be doing a lot less programming. So all right. So I can rerun the script now, I think. Should be fine. Yeah, I think it should be fine. There might still be some timing issues, but it at least shouldn't be as bad. And well, I guess I'll take. Well, yeah, I'll watch it for a moment just to see how it goes. So, how about those name tags? Actually, I mean, it'll depend how many people are in the procession, because this will occur primarily when oh yeah, some of the name tags might be getting cut off on the other edge of the screen, huh? Hold on, wait, I'm not gonna look at it here. I'm gonna look at it on sorry, I'm gonna make the screen weird for a little bit because I'm going to I'm just gonna, because like yeah, that pink view, like the margins aren't exactly the same. Okay, so like Crab Power, his name tag appeared when it was still slightly cut off on the edge of the screen, but the name tags linger for too long, so that one's not as much of a problem. Yeah, I should have changed it so that the name tags don't linger quite as much as they do. Whatever. I should just redo a lot of that, but I might wait until oh no, I was telling myself I was gonna fix the name tags like now. Nah, I'm gonna wait until I stretch the graphics, because that'll also, like, the stretched graphics will have a lot to do with how the name tags display as well. So I'm gonna put that off a little bit longer. Yeah. And actually, those margins will I'll want to change those margins as well, because those margins won't be they won't be hard set anymore. One of the right hand margin actually will be, but the left hand margin will be it'll be calculated based on the length of the character's actual name, and I guess hypothetically based on their experience points, because like some players with very short names like might have more experience points. Yeah, wait. I guess like my name is 5 characters long, so as long as I have like more than one digit place of experience points, then actually my experience points would be wider than my name, because it'd be like 1 character for the experience space exp. So, or is it just xp, exp or xp? I think it's exp. I forget. That looks fine though. Enough for now. Again, it needs to change, but it doesn't need to change right now. Or it needs to change, but it also needs to change later, so I'll just change it all at once. Alright, so art now? Well, I could do the appointing GM thing, I guess. Oh. Ooh. Okay, so extracurriculars. I wrote that down, but I didn't actually explain what that was. What I meant when I say, oh, whoops, I was looking at this list earlier and it was probably not on screen. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I have extracurriculars written down. Basically, this was going to be like another event type that basically, like, instead of requiring action from the player, it would actually be a bit more passive. It would basically just be like every now and then you would spontaneously like. It'd be like, so like where events are like, oh, something's happening, what will you do? The extracurriculars, and that's not the right name for them, but like I used like so many other, I couldn't call them bonuses because I already used the term bonus. I couldn't just call them experience points because that's way too generic. It's basically going to be like a different sort of thing where it'd be like, instead of like, oh, here's something crazy, like quick, your attention is needed. It was going to be like, you find a thing, you get this many experience points. So like just like a nice little like, just like a little like, uh, you found a shiny coin on the ground. Not like, you know, I don't know. Well, so anyways, like the reason I was doing that is because it occurred to me like, I don't know, it'd be nice to have like a, just like another like another way in which the, I was basically like thinking about the experience system as a whole. And like right now it's very like, you know, here's an event, here's where you get, this is your opportunity to gain experience points, and you gain it in like these delineations. But I don't know, it felt very it felt like it could have been a little more sophisticated, or it felt like it could have had like a little more like a few other dimensions to it. And so I guess, yeah, so like we were saying before, uh uh, so I was reading chat. The Yeah, so okay, this is interesting because like some of the things that I wanted to accomplish with their extracurriculars, and some of the things that I'd wanted to add to the game, or like the way I'd wanted to like shape, like change the overall shape of the experience system. I guess like, you know, thinking about like the rate of events, like I kind of just want to. All right, so excuse me. So as if the experience system wasn't confusing enough already, I think I'm going to. All right, how's this gonna work? Um, okay, so for one thing, huh? Okay, yeah, it's okay. So sorry, like I'm like turning things over in my head, and I'm not saying things out loud. But I will recap everything my brain's doing in just a moment. One result of the system, I'm fairly certain, is that there's not going to be as strong a correlation between what were the actions you took and what were the outcomes that you got. For example, well, no, that's not necessarily true. Well, so okay, yeah, right. No, so well, okay. Like I said, the goals that I had for the extracurriculars were similar to the to what I'd have to change in order to get this system to work. But I guess like I don't literally have to merge the two. I can still keep them distinct. So yeah, no, yeah, all right. Yeah, no, I should. Yeah, no, and I should keep those systems distinct. Specifically with extracurriculars, I kind of wanted to add in, like the whole point of that was to add in a way, like hypothetically, if someone like bombs in, does an event, and then leaves, like they've got as much experience for that event as someone who had stuck around and like waited for the next event the whole time. So like with the whole point of extracurriculars is basically like to make it less like choppy, make it a little more like, you know, a little more here and there, just to smooth it out a little bit in that regard. And I can still do that because like well, so the thing that I had to do for extracurriculars that I kind of now have to do for like all experience scoring system is make experience not about like specific things, like not about these specific events, not tie the amount of experience to the specific events, but to like spread it out more over time. And so yeah, so my first thought was, or like so like yeah, when I realized that like that similarity there, my first thought was like, oh, I'll put literally them together. I then thought, like, then thinking of that, I realized that, like, no, they should be apart. Because but I mean, like, I could put them together. Like, I literally could. But, what would happen is, that would dilute even further the correlation between what events are happening and what actions are getting taken and how much experience an individual player is getting. Because if I kind of smoosh those systems together, like, not only would like a perfect result on an event potentially oh man, how am I gonna do this? It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. Ah, woof. And I'm not even the thing that I was just talking about. Like I forget how much of that train of thought I actually got out before I got distracted. Right. So yeah, not only the not correlation between getting perfect and how many points you get, but it would be different between like for like from player to player, which and that was the point where I was pretty sure that would get weird. The new thing that struck me as weird is how to okay, so like for the moderator to for like someone else to run as game master, like they obviously won't have this panel, right? Because this is just local on my computer. So I mean, before I had this panel, basically ooh, I changed a lot of stuff. Yikes. Yeah, because it's been so long since I thought about this idea, I added a bunch of things that, like, now, like, how are they even going to be compatible? Alright, I'll have to figure this out. I have to figure this out somehow. Oh, no. Alright, yeah, because I have this secret control panel, there are some things that I have in the game now that, Oh, no, I know how I'll do it. Ah. Do I? Hold on. Uh. Cause like right. So the thing about the secret control panel is that oh yeah, I need to add new event types because there's only four, but there's only five written here, but there are actually six different event types now. Yeah, so there are the different event types, and then there's the like whether the event is multi or not. And so yeah, how am I going to do this? The thing about that is that because excuse me, because another game master would oh sorry, I stopped reading chat. Let me pay attention to the chat for a second. I really don't like chatbots. They annoy me. So I do as much as I can to keep the botting as minimal as possible. Like, I don't even make Trusty Bard talk like a bot. Like, I make him talk like I make him talk in, I don't know. I mean, I guess other bots do that too. Like, they talk in, like, full sentences. But, like, I put the action tags, like, in sentences. Like, you can recite the Incantation of Ages. Like, it doesn't just say, like, actions, recite, or, like, whatever. No, I don't know. Um, yeah. So the thing I was lamenting, or like the thing I'm stuck on now, is that because like any administrator other than myself, their only tool to interact is chat itself. So any information that they would give about the event type would be public knowledge. So, like, maybe that's okay. Oh, wait. No! I know what they... Okay. No, I know how to do this. Alright. Oh, whoa. Oh, what? Oh, no. Alright, wait. Okay, I don't have an answer, except I don't know how to do multi. Because, there's a... Okay, so, like, so I know how we can do event type. Event type, we can, the game master doesn't have to specify event type up front. I specify event type up front so that I don't forget to do it later. But there's no specific reason that you can't change that you can't wait to declare what is the event type. So it's a little bit cheaty because like a game master, other than like if you wait and declare the event type at the end, then if you wait and declare the event type at the end, then you can change it based on how people respond, which is a little bit cheaty. I mean, like an unscrupulous person could do mean things with that, but for multi, the game system literally runs different in an event that's multi versus like other type of events. So like, I mean, one thing I could do, I could just I could handle it both ways. Like I could run them in parallel to each other instead of doing either one depending on whether it's multi or not. I could do both of them, and then at the end when we figure out whether it's multi or not, like we can have the the results occur accordingly. That wouldn't be too hard. That could be doable. It might be easier though just to not care about multi. Just like say no multi. Like, why did I even have multi? Oh yeah, no. The reason I put in multi was not even for story purposes. So like, I'm tempted to just say because we have that other solution, just no multi, no multi. I guess. I mean, like the reason I put multi in the first place was a very different reason. It was well, no, it just seemed like it could be nice. It was like it was just one of those things where like, I don't know. I thought it would add another dimension, and it kind of does. So like, I don't know if I can certainly think about the because there is like a possibility wherein it could work. Then oh sorry, I'm reading chat. Vector, I've been creating a game for like like this. Huh. Interesting. Well, it sounds like you have some web development experience because external website, blah blah, whatever. I don't care. Not gonna do that. No, yeah. Yeah. So if I need to add in multi later, or if it becomes clear that like multi would be a fantastic feature and something that I should definitely support, then I can worry about that later. Oh yeah, yours is only on paper, and you're talking about like external websites. Like, give me a break. Like if you were like a pro web dev and you were gonna like tell me like, oh, and here's how it's done, like that would be interesting. But like, yeah, let's just have like time machines and like magical unicorns too. How about that? How's that sound? That's literally like what web development is to me, because I like have you've seen my website, right? This is literally my website. Hold on, where is it? This is literally my website. This is literally my website. Yeah. Oh no, I'll just make like a I'll just I'll just have like a like add in like a credential system and like no. Anyways. Right. So yeah, I think we're good. I think I could do this. So okay, so a few things I have to add in. A few things I have to add in are I have to add a command for me to appoint a mod, to appoint a game master, which is fairly simple because I have this I have a what's funny is originally I wanted to go into web development. Before I went into software development, I wanted to go into web development, and then what was it? It was it was full. The curriculum was full. I took too long to register, and by the time I went to register, I was shut out. And then I was like, whatever, I'll just do software development instead. And here I am. So there's definitely a time where I would have taken you up on that offer, but all right. So if line 0 is banned, then we do that. If line 0 is unbanned, we do that. If line 0 is whatever, blah blah blah. So I need an elif here for com lines index 0 equals I'll say crown. So yeah, what this will be is I can I'll say, so it's like, for example, if I'm passing the torch over to 0 Maverick, I'll be able to type into my secret control panel like crown 0 Maverick, and then so this button says create event, but what it actually does is it processes commands if I put a command in here rather than an event. So yeah, so that'll be how I handle it on my side. uh, yeah. Then oh yeah, okay. So right. So I'll need the concept of a moderator as well. Wow, yeah, this is gonna change a lot of stuff, but in a really cool way, I hope. Uh, huh. Um, thanks, Vector. Awesome suggestions. um, don't mind me. Uh, all right, yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, because like right, so I have my command where I appoint a moderator, and then once I've appointed a moderator, I have to filter. I have to check for that moderator's text. Because there's going to be, like, basically the same way that I have, like, special commands where I can do this stuff, like, the moderator will need special commands where, oh my gosh. You know what the special command is going to be? It's going to be hark. The way the moderator or the way the way the game master will indicate, like, that they're inputting a command as, like, event text instead of just, like, saying something in chat. Because of course, you know, while as game master, they can still participate in chat. The way they will indicate that an event is valid will be to hark. Uh, I think just to hmm. Trusty Bard. Trusty Bard is kind of like the. I mean, Trusty Bard is Trusty Bard because he's like usually the storyteller, and so like as another player or like as like someone in chat, kind of like running the game, like Trusty Bard shouldn't repeat the same thing that the game master just said, but I think I might use Trusty Bard. Yeah, I'll probably use Trusty Bard to declare who has the crown. And, I don't know. I might, like, one thing I was thinking is that, like, when like, the Game Master, declares an event, like, I might have Trusty Bard, like, say something. Like, say, like, Trusty Bard might chime in, be like, here, like, I don't know, like, you know, something so that players will know, like, who is literally the Game Master at any given time. Right, okay, so yeah, Lauren. I was just puzzling over that, right? I don't have a better solution. I might come up with if I come up with a better solution, I'll do something more sophisticated. But right, because the game master will only have chat, they there will be points. There will be points. Although I do have to completely redo the experience system. I mean, like, I have to, like, where the experience points are literally just like perfect equals 4, nice equals 3, etc., etc. I'll have to change it completely so that like there's like a sliding scale, so that it's like based on like frequency and like so like I'll keep it the same so that like if you're participating over the course of like 15 minutes of gameplay, you're still expected to get on average like 3 experience points. So I don't want to change like the rate of experience in the game. In fact, I might even increase it a little bit because like with more that well, so I I don't know. I kind of like the idea of letting the individual game masters like keep their own voice in the game, because the other thing that's kind of nice about that is that like well, like, so Trusty Bard is literally a character in the game. Like right, like it even says oh well, it doesn't usually say Trusty Bard's experience points, but when I turned on the cheat to make everyone's experience points show, it even showed Trusty Bard's experience points. So like I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of like by passing the crown to someone else, like they're basically like taking over Trusty Bard's job. And I was thinking, well, oh, you know what I should do is I should it shouldn't be like a crown literally, but like I should make special art for Trusty Bard, and when Trusty Bard when I give the crown to someone else, it should literally like Trusty Bard puts on like a normal hat and like the other character gets that. So yeah, so I like yeah, I like keeping the players like chat like intact. Like I think I will make it so that so that the game master has to say hark. But other than that, like it's they can completely use their own voice. So I mean, I guess that's a little bit weird and like unconventional that like that there'd be this split role of like game master and player, but uh yeah, I don't know. There are things about that that I like though, so I think I will keep it. Um, where was I? What else was I gonna say? Oh, I never answered your question about the event type, right? So I set the event type in advance. Like the event types are set in stone. I because chat is the only tool that a game master has. I'm going instead to let the game master declare the event type retroactively. So it will only be at the conclusion of the event that we find out what happened. So yeah, yeah. Okay, so and I'm gonna make it so that there's only one game master at any given time. So because because you can't have two, because there aren't like I don't have it set up so that multiple events could run at the same time. Also, it would be weird because like then how would I show all, like if there were multiple events, how would I show distinguish the multiple events action tags on the screen? So yeah, and since chat is like I don't know, it's prone to like in order to speak in chat, like you can't tell when someone else is going to say something. You have to type the thing, and like I don't know. There's like it's like slightly harder to like maybe if we were like on like voice chat or something, it'd be easier to coordinate. But yeah, I think so it'll basically be like at any given time, like even like when I appoint someone else as game master, I'll probably I'll deactivate the standard events, like the automated events. I'll deactivate the automated events. I'll even deactivate my own control panel. Like even I won't be able to affect events like while someone else is in control. Oh, so yeah, so there are actually two important commands that I have to give to the game master. I have to give to the game, or I mean, there's at least two. I have to give to the game master hark, which will initiate an event. I need to give them whatever the conclusion, the concluding. Oh, maybe I should make Trusty Bard say something when an event is concluding. So that way, I could use this. I could mirror the same command for the new game master to use when concluding an event. But yeah, and so the other important one will be the command to relinquish the reins, right? Because if someone has to leave, like they have to be able to they have to give the crown back to Trusty Bard, for example. So yeah. So, yeah, right. But so like setting the right. So you're right. So yeah, the conclusion. So the concluding command will be like it'll probably be like I don't know. So what do you say at the end of an event? Hark is like listen, something's happening, and then I don't know. It'll probably be something like silly, like hark. But then it'll be like yeah. So then the format will be oh yeah. No, this right. Okay, so so like basically oh oh which questions did you ask again? I can scroll up. Uh, Actually, could you ask your questions because I don't I don't know which ones you're here for. Sorry. Yeah, right. So actually, so at the end of the event, the game master really only has to. I was gonna say like, well, okay, so no, at the end of it, well, actually, no, hold on, let me think about this. Oh, it's gonna be slightly awkward for other people to be game master, so because like I have tools on my side that make it a lot easier for me to be game master. I can watch the votes tabulated as the event is in progress. So like even while the event is in progress, I can start to think about like what's happening. Um, I so yeah, the tools won't be quite as sophisticated, but I mean yeah, I mean it should still be entirely doable. Yeah, so specifically ending the event, right? So the it's not so okay. So here's hypothetically how it goes, right? So the GM opens the event plays out, and then at the end of the event, the player closes the event, and right. So that's the point where that